Good morning, everybody. Come on in. Let me do just a little bit of housekeeping. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Let me do my do not disturb on that phone. All right. Happy Tuesday to you all. It is a beautiful day here in Las Vegas. Grab your favorite beverage. There's my chula. How are you? Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. All right, let's do. There I am. I see a few of you popped on. Say hello when you come in and let me know if this is your first time watching me. Welcome to Tuesday. I have been doing Tuesdays on Craft Around the Clock for a couple of months now. It seems to be a really good time. Hi, Maureen. Hey, Mac. Cheryl, good morning, good morning. We are going to be making some functional art today. What does that mean, functional art? I needed a clipboard. So I'm doing a workshop here in September. Well, actually in San Diego. I'm live this morning in Vegas. And I needed a clipboard to organize some of my papers for the retreat. So I found this clipboard thrifting, and I actually painted it. This is Victorian pink mixed with a little bit of white. Hi, Bronia, Carol, Laurel. Oh, I've been meaning to message you, sister. How are you? Good morning, good morning. We did add a little bit of decoupage paper because I'm trying to finish my projects on my segment. So welcome to my segment on Craft Around the Clock. I think it is officially 10 o'clock and my time slot. We have 45 minutes to make something fabulous and I'm up for the challenge. So come on in, say hello, let me know if you're new. I'm Mara LaFay with Vintage Retail Therapy by Mara. How's my lighting? It seems a bit dark in here. And so getting back to this clipboard, you guys, we've seen them in the thrift stores. Hey, Connie. Hey, Louise. They're everywhere and they're cheap. And sometimes you can buy them in bulk and they're cheap, right? So I did a little bit of prep last night. We're going to be adding some stencils. By the way, there's a new stencil release. There's 5 new stencils. Yep, 5 new stencils. Thursday morning, 10 a.m. They are dropping. They are already, our retailers already have them, and we have them in our shop as well. I am actually going to show you them, but enough about that. I can't get like all gabbity. So we're going to do something fun. Good morning, sweet Tracy. How are you? We started with decoupage paper number 2963. 2963. I had it in my stash. I don't always know what projects I'm going to do when I come visit mom in Vegas. I just throw a bunch of stuff in the bag and just whatever happens, happens. So this is what happened. This is what happened. We're going to do a little bit more blending because my paper didn't come all the way at the edge. You can see where I did a little bit of a water cut here. So my first tip would be when your paper is smaller than the surface. Good morning, Tony and Linda. When your paper is smaller than the surface that you're using, you need to blend out the size. It's not a big deal. So my first tip would be is do not just cut a straight line. You can see how irregular this line is. I always say it looks like I just chewed it off. Seriously. And it's going to help you blend those edges so much better when you're not seeing that straight line. So I did one side. We're going to finish up this side. And you can see on this side, look at how much better. You really don't see that at all, right? Good morning to all my, let us know if you're new. If I don't see your comment, Pinky Swear Promise, one of my shenanigans would love to welcome you. So let's get the camera down. We're going to finish blending out this side. And I'll tell you what I did. I tried to pick, isn't that paper gorgeous? I tried to pick a color. So this is what I call my color story, okay? These are the colors that I have to choose with. And I actually did add, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see the difference between this wing and this wing? I added a little bit of blue in there on her wing. I don't know if you can see that. Let's get the camera down a little bit more and up. Good morning, Barbara. Thank you so much for sprinkling. I love this little fairy girl. I just think she's the sweetest little thing. So I started by taking the colors from my color story, and it has a lot of this, and I don't have the exact color. I very rarely do, but that's okay. You don't need to have a million colors. I picked the one that was closest to it. Here's my color palette right here that we're going to be working with. You got the Telegram. That's awesome. You guys, if you don't want to miss a live, and I know that you don't, go ahead and sign up for our Telegram channel. That one, Telegram channel. There is a link a link in the bottom there where you can, it'll get you to our website, it'll get you to our private group, and also our Telegram channel. So I started with the most basic color, the one that matched the most. If it does not match exactly, good morning, Jerry. Another great tip, and this is probably the best thing I could leave you with, is to take some of that color that kind of sorted but doesn't really match and add it onto the paper, because then they kind of marry the two together, right? They marry the two together. So that's what I did. I am going to add a second color in there. I want to add a little bit of this pink in there because the pink that I'm using is not the same pink that's in her dress. So we're going to blend some of this new pink in there, and then we're also going to add a mold on the top. And that's that on that. Let me see, I've got some water. So I've already applied my decoupage paper with my liquid patina. I always put a coat of top coat over it as well. Good morning, Paula. Hey, Cindy. Come on in, settle in, you guys. We're gonna make some functional art because I really needed a clipboard. I'm at that age where I just don't have room for stuff. So it needs to be functional. It needs to have another purpose. So I do always top coat over my paper, and that creates a little bit of a barrier. Good morning, Lynn. It creates a little bit of a barrier so that I can pull back some color or add color, and it doesn't back me in the corner. I love that because we're ladies, right? We love options. Good morning, Gail. Hey, Sonia. So I actually blended this a little bit. I did the first coat here. I don't know if I'm going to add a little bit more of that. I think I might add, let me see. I think I might add, good morning, Dorothy. I'm going to add just a bit of a spritz there. And then I am going to add a little bit of this pink. And I think I may want to, although I'm pretty happy with this, I think I do want a little bit more there. I do. Really, I do. All right. So we're also going to be doing some stenciling, and we're going to stencil on the back as well. So you can see I'm just randomly applying this color. I typically go in a zigzag so that it's not straight up. It's kind of a zigzag situation. And I am going to put a little bit of here. And then I go in with a second brush and a little bit of water. Again, my board is top coated. Good morning, Laura. Are you watching from work again? I tell you what, those dang jobs surely get in the way. So now I'm creating a bunch of different colors. So my pinks don't exactly look like they're out of whack, right? And I think I'd like to go in with a little bit more here. And maybe a little bit more here on this paper, again, because it blends it all in together. Good morning, Deborah. Tracy, let us know if you're new. We would love to welcome you. All right, so a little more here and a little more here. And I'm just using a stencil brush. I tend to use my ratty stencil brushes for this because if your edges are not smooth and they're kind of ratty like that, it really does, believe it or not, it kind of works better. All right, now I'm going to grab a little bit of this darker color here, and I'm going to add that back in here. No rhyme or reason, okay? Don't overthink this. Don't overthink it because it will paralyze you. And I just mix the two together. And I get a nice blend. And then you can't see those edges. And again, I do go on my paper because it marries the colors together. And then you can soften. And I actually took some of that lighter pink and I put it along her dress as well. And I like to dry in between. It is a clipboard, Cindy. I don't think it fit my A4 paper pretty good. Good morning, Linda. Pamela. It is just a regular, it may look longer, but no, it is just a regular clipboard. And I needed it. I really did need this, so this really is going to be a functional piece of something. I don't want to spend too much time blending because we have stencils to add. We're going to add a mold. I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to grind out, this is mold number 119. It is a custom mold on our website. I am going to grind out the back, and I am going to glue that on there. Robin put a napkin on there. Yeah, you know what? Anything works because they're so boring the way that they are, right? And that just doesn't do. It's just, that's a wah-wah. Do I want a little bit more of that pink? I kind of do. I know I said I wasn't going to spend a lot of time doing this, but I think I do want a little bit of that pink in there because I feel like I took it all away. And I almost kind of want it to have like a mottled, splattered look, which is like the other side. And I was going to do a little bit darker in this corner, but okay, I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. So can you see we kind of blended those edges in, and we also created some other color in there, so you really can't see those edges. You're new. Good morning, Lori. How are you? I'm so glad you're joining us. All right. Right, they are boring the way that they are. All right, now we're going to add a little bit of stencil, and I think I am going to add a little bit of that color on this side. So water is your friend when you're blending. So I'm just going to take this color. Actually, my girlfriend Gail gave me a bunch of paint, and I don't know about you, but I never say no to free paint. Free is my favorite F word. So it's a Hobby Lobby color. It's by Folk Art. It's called Color Shift, and it's called Blue Flash. Look at that pretty color. So this, just a little bit of water, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see the difference. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you so much. And I am going to put just a little bit of this blue right in through here. Just because I feel like it gives it a little something extra. A lot of the times, if you're new to me, you'll see me actually color on top of my decoupage paper. It just gives it a little bit more dimension. The gray is pretty, but I think this is nicer. And then I'll put a little bit in here, not a whole lot. And again, now my board is top coated, so I really do not have, I don't have to worry, because if I hate it, like hated it, I could wipe that back. All right, what do you think? What do you think? Good morning, Molly. Can you see how we added that little bit of, just that little tiny bit of blue in her wings? And I actually took that pink that didn't match my paper, and I added some onto her dress last night. And let's just move on. I was really debating about a stencil, which one to use. I have 3 of them out. If you're new to me, I do have my own stencil line. We are still actively looking for retailers. There's about 30 designs. Good morning, Jackie. 30 designs in our line, and 5 more coming on Thursday. So, Sandy likes the blue on it. I do too. It gives it a look, it just, you know, we're like guacamole, we're extra, right? Just want to make sure that this is dry. I'm going to go in with a stencil. I'm thinking, I don't know, I was really on the fence between Classic Elements and Diamonds in Distress, and I think I may use both of them. I think on the back we're going to use the Diamonds Be Fabulous. I think that's going to be a great background color. But here's my dilemma. I was really trying to, it's quite the conundrum. I was trying to figure out, what color do I want? Do I want a darker brown? I don't think I want a pink, but I never thought about a pink. Or do I want a, let's see, I have this color that might be kind of fun. It's like a gunmetal color. This is the old paint my girlfriend gave me. Kelly loves the blue on it. Give it a little something extra, right? Let's see. What do you guys think? Do we do it in brown? Do we do it in this gunmetal color? That's kind of fun. Yes, 5 new stencils. Diva Designs is my dedicated stencil page. I would love for you, I need to put a link in there. I would love for you to go over there. I think I'm kind of partial to this gunmetal gray. What do you think? And I think I may want to put, do I want it going up? Do I want it going around? Let's see. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. How about like that? How about like that? Let's do that. What do you think? I'm gonna do the gunmetal gray. That's what I'm doing. All right, let's offload. Get another one. It'll give a little bit more dimension because of the darker color, and then I can use it on the back. Hi, Vicky Esposito. I had a really good friend back in Brooklyn. His name was Vicky Esposito. I always start out pouncing just to make sure that I've offloaded enough paint, and then I go in with a swirl. I don't typically mind if my stencil is not the same intensity of color. Oh, I don't want a stencil on her hand. Oh, I just made it. So don't worry about that. I gotta watch for her hand. There we go. You can hold your stencil down with some stencil adhesive. I don't typically use it because honestly, I don't like washing it off. I'm a little lazy when it comes to that. This is called Classic Elements. Watch out for her little thinners there. I love this stencil because it's got a lot of meat on it. If you're looking for a good stencil that you can use on multiple projects, there's a lot. There's a bunch of foliage, there's a corner, there's actually a really nice layered bee in there. You love my stencils? Thank you, Robbie. I so appreciate that. Okay, I'm really liking that. I wouldn't mind. Do you want to do another little doodaddy here? Doodaddy daddy. Sure, why not? Sure, why not? This gunmetal wound up being beautiful. The color, I think, is going to be a good blend. Yeah, okay, I like that. I don't think I want to do the same thing on the other side. And I do want this just a little bit darker, so let me see if I can go over that. Where are you? Where are you, little star? Here we go, right there. Yeah. What about, you love this stencil, Charlotte? I do too. It's very meaty, very meaty. 10:17, okay, good. I gotta watch my time. What do you think about, I don't want to do the same on the other side. I feel that'd be a little bit too predictable. You like that in gray, you just did it in green. It's good, you know what? It's good in all colors. I've done it in gold as well. In fact, it might look good with a little bit of gold over there. What do you think about adding this one here, just to be different? Stencil is like waving a magic wand over your project. It totally is, isn't it, Laurel? All right, I like the idea of adding, but I don't necessarily want it full. Hang on. Now let's get some, do I have any tape here? I have a little piece here. I don't want to get her dress, so I'm actually just going to cover this section right here. cover this section here so it looks like it's behind her. Let's see if we like it. Here's the deal. It's paint. It's paint. If I hate it, I just go over it with paint again. And I just want to whisper. Just a whisper. Just a little bit. You love this project and everything. Oh, thank you so much. You guys, if you don't mind doing all the things, first of all, if you're not following us, I would love for you to follow us. Go ahead and sprinkle that out. I think I'm going to add a little bit more here too. So this one is called Diamonds in Distress because it's obviously distressed diamonds. And I'm not even worried if I don't get it the same intensity. It's kind of fun. So, you know, something different. Do I do that all the way up? Yeah, sure, why not? Why not? Let's go for it. Let's see. I want it to be kind of zigzag, so I want one here. And like maybe a half of one here. Now, I still have not reloaded my brush, okay? So I'm still working with a super dry brush. And if you've noticed, I don't typically add a lot of paint and offload, offload, offload. If you caught the first live for Diva Designs, we actually talked about how to get crisp lines. You would be in distress if you didn't have a diamond stencil. It's a good one. It really, I'm not just saying that because it's my design. It really is a good one. Just time for that hot flash fan to go on. It is a warm day here in Las Vegas. It's going to be in the 90s today. Can you imagine that? All right, I think I kind of need to take this all the way up. Why not? Let's add one here. And then we're going to do the back. And then we're going to add this on the top. Do I want it all the way up? Do I want it all the way up? I don't know. Does she or doesn't she? Ah, da da da. What do you think? Do we do it all the way up? Should we go all the way up? I'm kind of thinking maybe so, at least on this side. Thank you, Karen. Sure. More is more. Let's do this, and I think I am going to add just a little bit more paint this time. Just because my brush is pretty dry, but here's the deal. I'm adding, look at that, just a little bit. It's so, oh my God, that's so chilly, Linda. Yeah, it's going to be 90s here in Vegas. It's going to be a warm day. This. Whoops. Let me shift that right there. Again, I don't mind if it's not the same intensity. It's definitely a little bit darker at the top. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. What do you think? Maybe we need to go one more in here. You know, I wasn't planning on doing 2 different stencils, but I gotta say I don't mind it. I really don't. What do you think? Is it too weird? I kind of like it. 64 in Columbus, actually that's very comfortable. I do not mind that at all. Not at all. Not mad at it. Let's do the back. Let's do the back. And this is going to go pretty quickly. Offload. Okay. As my brush starts losing paint, I start applying a little bit more pressure, and my paint is kind of dry, so. You think 2 stencils is cool? Thank you. Yeah, it's, you know, something different, guys. This is not rocket science here. It's not a piece of furniture that I'm going to have to live with forever. It's a clipboard. It's a clipboard, and it's going to get covered. Tony, this bee stencil is your favorite? It's pretty fun. I don't know if by adding that water I got it too wet. But I needed my paint to move a little bit faster than what it was. So if you're not sure if you have enough paint, or if you think you have too much paint, try to offload in the larger areas. And that'll give you a really good indication if you've got too much, or like the 3 little bears, just right. This is a super simple project, you guys. 45 minutes. I wanted to show you something that you can do that's not going to take a lot of time. I think I shifted my stencil. It's not going to take a lot of time. You can create some functional art. I'm all about repurposing. Thrift store find. I think it cost me like, I don't know, probably less than $2. I got 3 of them. I have 3 clipboards. And they're so fun to do. And you know what? If you need to practice a technique, boy, a clipboard is just the right amount of space to do that with. So I'm offloading in my larger areas. See that good? I think you can. I think it's a good spot for you guys to look. I typically don't tape down. I probably should, to be honest with you. I probably should tape down. I don't. But sometimes my stencil shifts on me, like I know down here. I've got a shift happens. Shift happens. So I know I probably should have taped it down. But before I go and add more color, I'm going to shift it back to where it's supposed to be. And again, I don't care if I don't get paint in every single little spot. Just got paint on my elbow though. I'm just shifting it back to where it's supposed to be. You guys, don't make it a big deal. Okay? Like my mama says, big deal. Every time I said, it's a big deal, she would always say, yeah, big deal. She cracked me up. Hi, Patty. Welcome, guys. Totally move that. See, and that's why you should tape it down. Don't do as I say. Don't do as I do, right? That's what it was. Don't do as I do as I say. This little guy needs just a little more color. Un chupito más. There we go, right on this little tushy. Get a little more color on this little tushy. And, oops, look what I did there. That's okay, because we can fix that. So, by not taping down, look at that line I just created. Wah, wah, that's okay, because this is what we're going to do. We're just going to paint over that. And we're going to keep on moving, like it never ever happened. There, fixed it. Isn't that fun? Okay, I gotta check my time. 10:29. Oh, we got plenty of time. Good morning, Sister Kathy. How are you? Get a little bit more paint right there. So I didn't get the same intensity all over, and I'm really okay with that. Really okay with that. Robin, you love the bees? I do too. I don't use the stencil that often, but I do love it every time I use it. So one of my original designs when I was designing for JRV actually had this pattern, but it had three different options. You could either put a crown in there, a fleur-de-lis, or a bee. But I found that it really wasn't that good of a seller, surprisingly, because I don't know that people really liked that many options, because you had to go back. It's a little extra work. First you do the lines and then you add the center. So we just changed it a little bit, and we just left it with the bee because everybody loves the bee. This is a gunmetal gray. It is a Deco Art gray, Americana, and it's multi-surface, Hobby Lobby, gunmetal. Thank you, Sandy. My girlfriend Gail gave me a bunch. Look at this. She's like, do you want some paint? I'm all, hello, are you new here? She gave me 2 bags of paint. Probably some of them are a little dry. Mama ate really good today, Kathy. Thank you for asking. I'm a little sad today. I'm not gonna lie. Today is my last visit with her before we head back home to San Diego. I come and feed my mom not that she doesn't eat any other time, but I come and I feed her. I'm actually gonna move this down a little bit. Every 6 weeks I'm here to give my sister a bit of a break. I'm going to try to line this up so that I have bees in there, I think. Otherwise, you're just going to see the legs of my bees. I should have started with the top down. I think what I'm going to do, hang on, let me think about this a minute. Think right there, then there. I'm going to add my bees first. We're going to do a little sorcery here. We're going to add our bees first. If it doesn't work out, guess what? No big whoop. I'll just paint it over again. So. Get his little bee butt. Now I'm going to line up my lines. Maybe not. That probably wasn't the best idea, but that's okay. Now I need another line from here to here. Here's the deal. If this is a bad idea, I'll go back in and paint it. I'm really not going to worry about it. Because it's art, like I said, right? And it's a clipboard. And I think it's going to be just fine. Yeah, I need one more line over here. Hang on. One more line right here. And then let's put our topper on. I'm okay with that. I'm not mad at it. Happy Tuesday, Brenda. Thank you for being here, guys. All right, here we go. Diamonds be fabulous. So I went a little out of turn and added these bees a little bit closer than they should have been. But I'm not mad at it. I think it's okay. I think it's better to do this than just to have 3 little butt bees hanging at the bottom. Look how cute that is. And then we have the, so this is Diamonds Be Fabulous. Thank you, Patty. This is Classic Elements. And then this side is Diamonds in Distress. Can I add that a little bit across? I think maybe so. I think maybe so. Let's add a little bit more over here. Why not? How about if we add one here? One here. And a few up here. What do you think? I think it's good. I think it's good. So we just brought it over to the other side. Now I'm thinking, do we need some in the middle? Or maybe not. Let's see. Oh, Linda, you're so sweet. It is easy. I think I'm going to leave that center alone. So this is number 119. I love it. I do. I am going to drill out this little piece because this has a little bit of a bend right in through here. I don't know if you can see that, and I really want to lay that flat. But what I am going to do, I did paint this and top coat it, and I think we're, I did not bring my antique gel. All right, I'm gonna grab it really quick. I know where it is. It's right here. It's right here, right here, right here. We've got the umbrella. All right. Sorry about that. Oh, it is easy, Kelly. Super easy. Good morning, Trees. I don't have my wet wipes here, but that's okay. I have this. And we're going to add, oh, maybe we should add the black. Maybe we should add the black. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's just, oh, that's hard. You guys, the Vegas heat dries everything out. Linda, I'm in Vegas, and yeah, so my studio chair in San Diego is a bit janky. I'm not gonna lie. Not my shop chair. We have a brick and mortar in Fallbrook, but the chair that I work in my private membership group, it needs a makeover. And let's get it. I might do the brown if this is still dry. Let's see. I think it'll match. This is top coated, so I can pull this back. Hello, Rich.
Hello, Mira.
You guys, we were up all night last night. One of our dogs got sick.
Real sick.
Real sick. Like threw up like 4 times sick.
We were
And
Washing.
we were washing sheets at 1 a.m.
Shampooing rugs.
Shampooing rugs. So this is a little bit of dark and a little bit of grunge. And I think it's gonna be good. Right? You bought a basket to keep your craft room supplies? Yeah, I have. Well, this is kind of my studio away from home.
Did you answer Linda Merrill's yes if you're still in Vegas?
Yes, I am. Yeah, and she asked because of the chair. If we had a new chair.
A chair?
Yeah, because you know the chair in my workroom where we filmed for our membership group is kind of ratty.
Well, she's got a good point.
And yeah, I know. She does have a good point. I do need to give it a makeover. But it's okay. But this chair is good. This chair is all good. No, the pup didn't find our glitter again. I don't know what she ate. The only thing we gave all the dogs a little bit of watermelon last night. And she's the only one who got sick. But boy, did she get sick. Big dogs, big barf. Oy, oy, oy.
It was pretty disgusting.
First of all, she jumped in our bed, so she threw up on our bed. Not to be gross. And then she threw up on the comforter that had fallen off the bed. And then she threw up on the carpet. And then she threw up in the living room. So we were up. We were up early. All right. It may seem a little bit grungy. And it is. I don't mind it. But then we're going to add a little bit of this.
Sharon's sleeping take a look.
Hey, Sharon. Thank you for reading comments. We're going to add a little bit of this red wax.
What time? You got 5 more minutes.
I got 5 minutes.
Oh.
Linda doesn't want me to make over my ratty chair. Oh my goodness.
Kathy Dean.
I want this a little bit brighter. I'm getting to the bottom of the pot here.
Oh no.
So this is the Pentart Antiquing Wax in
Karen
Gold.
Allen said her female dog Sophie passed away last Thursday.
Oh honey, I'm so sorry. Oh, my deepest and heartfelt condolences. We absolutely love our fur babies. We have 3 of them. My daughter's got 2 of them. We are definitely dog people. Animal people.
Sandy Durst says hello, Sandy. Oops. Sandy asked me a question, but I lost it.
You lost her question?
I lost her question.
What?
Yeah, she asked me a question, but I can't find it.
All right. Kathy says if I make over the chair, what will we talk about when you stand up? I know. Hi, Anna. Yeah, poor Gigi. Oh, Gigi was just not in a good way last night at all. So we were up, so we're kind of tired. We're actually trying to make ourselves sleepy,
Sandy,
watching TV at 3 a.m.
Sandy asked which one got sick.
Gigi got sick,
You know,
yeah.
Coco wasn't in too great a shape either. She
Coco
didn't
wasn't
throw up.
feeling good yesterday. She was kind of blah, but I almost feel like this is a little too dark. So I think what I'm going to do is, let's see, we have 3 minutes. I think I'm going to add a little bit of water and a little bit of paint in there. Let's see. Thank you, Donna. And just put back some of this color.
Anna says hello. Did you say hello?
Yes, hi Anna Banana. So I got it a little too dark. I'm just adding a little bit more watered down paint. I do want it to look old. I just didn't want it to look super, super dirty. So I'm actually liking that a lot better. You can see that. Let's see
Oh,
here.
so she's a dog and parrot person. You had a bird once.
I
right?
did. I had a parrot named Kukla. Like, remember that Kukla, Fran, and Ollie? Yeah. We had he was actually a rescue bird. He kind of showed up on our property. This is when we lived downtown San Diego. He showed up on the property, and he was a wild bird. And he just came to live with us for a while. And then we had a cockatiel named Mercedes.
Oh my gosh, Charlotte.
And she used to sit on my shoulder and just play like heck with my earrings. All right, we have 1 minute.
Well, Charlotte said that she lost two parrots that she had over 30 years.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Karen, for losing your fur
Linda
baby.
says we love that chair. It's just great for it.
Okay. We started with decoupage paper number, I actually wrote it down, 2963. 2963, hashtag website, one word, no spaces, will get you a direct link into your Facebook Messenger that will take you right to our website. We then added the Classic Element stencil, Diamond in Distress stencil, and on the back we added the Diamonds Be Fabulous stencil. We added 119 pre-mold, and my time is officially up. Go ahead and refresh the page, and you can watch the rest of the presenters on Craft Round the Clock. Private group ladies, we are making crowns today. I will see you at 2 o'clock. Ciao for now. Bye. God bless you, ladies.
Oh, be nice.